Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2026, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 78 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 and Viksit Bharat at 2047 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Science and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations and celebrations. This week is celebrated as Children of Alcoholics Week from February 8th to 14th. Children of Alcoholics Week takes place annually on Valentine's Day week, and this year it will be held on February 8th. This annual campaign raises awareness about the plight of children affected by parental alcohol problems. It aims to break the silence and offer hope to the vulnerable children impacted by parental addiction. The organization conducts awareness programs and provides useful resources to the children who are growing up under the shadow of alcohol addiction. The week provides tools and information to help children understand the causes of addiction and how they can cope despite their family situation. So, Children of Alcoholics Week is organized by the National Association for Children Addiction, NACOA. It is an annual campaign to raise awareness about the plight of children affected by parental alcohol problems. It aims to break the silence and offer hope to the vulnerable children impacted by parental addiction. The organization reports that the impact of alcohol addiction on children today is staggering. In America, about 1 in 4 children below the age of 18 have at least one addicted parent. According to NACOA, some children can find a supportive adult which can help protect from the worst, while others may be alone, not knowing that help is available. Therefore, caring adults must stand up for children, bring support, hope, and ultimately healing. Concerning the proposed impact of Children of Alcoholics Week, NACOA states that one of the aims of organization is to break the silence, engulfing and trapping kids and teens living with parental addiction. The organization also seeks to offer chances for the children at the risk to become a children of promise. NACOA provides comprehensive resources to assist children of alcoholics when they need help alongside valuable information about addiction programs, books, and answers to questions kids might have. In addition to UK and US, Children of Alcoholics Awareness Week is also recognized in Finland, Germany, India, Switzerland, Ireland, Korea, and so on. Today is also commemorated as Chastity Week from February 8 to 14 in US, which is the week of Valentine's Day every year. And this year it takes place from February 8 to 14. And it was created to raise the awareness of the abstinence from any form of sexual activity until marriage among young men and women. In recent times, the value put towards keeping chastity has shifted, especially among people who see sex as an expression of love and affection. This may be due to rapid civilization that lower concerns for religious and cultural values, and This day has the aim to reduce the frequency of abortions and emotional trauma in the country due to unplanned pregnancies and teenage pregnancies from premarital sexual encounters. This week is also commemorated as Freelancers Writers Appreciation Week from February 8 to 14, the second week of February each year, and this year it takes place from February 8 to 14. It's time to recognize freelance writers, the unsung heroes who craft most of the written content available on the internet, in books, print magazines, and newspapers. While many freelance writers often work as ghostwriters and are mostly uncredited for their arduous jobs, creative artists are truly priceless and important in the creation and marketing of online content. This week is also commemorated as American Association for the Advancement of Science Week from February 8 to 11. Many of the achievements that people take for granted in the world today may be attributed to science education. The plethora of scientists who offer life-changing inventions may not have been able to do so if it had been for education in the many areas of science throughout the last few centuries. The American Association for the Advancement of Science, AAS, is a non-profit organization based in the US dedicated to promoting scientific cooperation, defending scientific freedom, encouraging scientific responsibility, and supporting science education and outreach for the benefit of all humanity. With over 120,000 members, it is the world's biggest general scientific organization and the publisher of the well-known scientific publication service. Well-known scientific publication, Science. This week is also commemorated as Great American Pizza Week from February 8 to 14th in US, celebrated throughout the second week of February every year. It takes this delicious dish can be made simply and quickly in the comfort of your own home. That's what this week is all about. The Great American Pizza Week is a chance for everyone to unleash their inner pizza baker. Today is also commemorated as Autism Sunday on February 8th, which is observed on second Sunday this year. Every year is also the International Day of Prayer for Autism Spectrum Disorders. It raises awareness of autism, a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects how people interact socially and with their surroundings. It was first held in 2002 during Autism Awareness Year in the United Kingdom and was initiated by parents Ivan Korea and Cherika Korea, founders of the Autism Awareness Campaign, UK. So autism is a developmental disorder often noticed with the first 3 years of a child life. It affects millions of people worldwide and often creates a social stigma towards patients and parents or caregivers. Autism dates back to 1700s with the first well-documented cases being the Hug Blair of Bow in 1947 and the Wild Boy of Aveyron in 1790. Swiss psychiatrist Jürgen Bleuet coined the word autism in 1910 with defining symptoms of schizophrenia. Leo Kanner of Johns Hopkins Hospital, first used in modern terms in the systematic description of early infantile autism in a 1943 report of 11 children with striking behavioral similarities. Up until the 1980s, autism was not differentiated from other mental and developmental disorders such as Asperger's syndrome and childhood schizophrenia. In 1980, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM, differentiated autism from childhood schizophrenia in the DSM-3. The DSM-3R provided a checklist for diagnosing autism. In 1987, in May 2013, the DSM-5 was released, which grouped disorders including PDD, NOS, autism, Asperger's syndrome, Rett syndrome, and CDD into a general term of autism spectrum disorders, with two categories being impaired social communication and restricted repetitive behavior. So Ivan and Cherika, Korea initiated Autism Sunday. Their child Sharon has autism spectrum disorder and a communication disorder. So they are also the founders of the Autism Awareness Campaign UK and urge the leaders of religious organizations and world leaders around the globe to speak up for the people with autism spectrum disorders. The first service for the autism in London has been since observed annually on the second Sunday of February. This week is also commemorated as Pickle Time Week from February 8 to 14 in US. During the second full week in February, this year it takes place from February 8 to 14. The purpose of this celebration is to give pickles a little bit of love. None of us really give much thought to pickles, yet we consume them in large quantities, especially in restaurants. In fact, a good burger is unimaginable without a side of pickles. If you are a fan of pickles and want to celebrate their role in the modern diet, then Pickle Time Week is a great day to do so. All you need to do is grab your favorite jar of pickles and dig in. Today is also commemorated as Laugh and Get Rich Day in US. It's celebrated every year on February 8th. It is a day to laugh and enjoy the many benefits that laughter brings. The biggest of laughter is that it improves our health. Laughing can elevate our mood, stress, and blood pressure and strengthen the immune system. In this way, laughter makes us rich because health is wealth after all, but laughter can also contribute to our financial gains by enriching our professional lives. Those who laugh often tend to be happier. Happy workers are more productive and are liked by the co-workers. There is also commemorated as Man Day on February 8th before Valentine's Day every year. On this day, men and women alike raise a toast to all the men in their lives. And this year, the celebration takes place on February 8th. While Valentine's Day is associated with romantic couples, Man Day is purely a celebration of all men who you love and appreciate. So cheer and root for all the men around you today. Today is also commemorated as Mother's Day in Norway on February 8th, or also known as Mors Dag, is celebrated on second Sunday in February and takes place on February 8th this year. It is a special national day to honor mothers and mother figures. It is also called as Mors Dag by locals. Those have known as one of the most popular days around the world. Mother's Day is celebrated in more than 50 countries across the globe, although Mother's Day is not recognized as public holiday. The United States, it's a legal national holiday observed on the second Sunday in May. Not all countries celebrate Mother's Day on the same day of the year. However, Australia, Belgium, Denmark, Finland, Italy, So Mexico and some other countries in Latin America celebrates Mother's Day annually on May 10th. In Thailand, Mother's Day falls on August 12th, which is the birthday of current queen. So the earliest of Mother's Day could be traced to ancient Greece, where Greeks held festivities to honor Rhea, who was renowned as the mother of gods in their culture. Norway Mother's Day or Mors Dag is celebrated on the second Sunday in February is the day to appreciate and honor mothers and mother figures. There is also commemorated as National Home Gating Day on February 8th in US, celebrated every year during Super Bowl Sunday. The time-honored tradition of tailgating is brought indoors, irrespective of the cold weather, and you are not feeling like making the drive to go to the game, and you can still celebrate Super Bowl Sunday. Enjoy the game as usual, but inside the comfort of your home. So, National Home Gating Day during brings together families and friends when they could not make it to the stadium. Today is also commemorated as National Kite Flying Day on February 8th. The line in your hand and the liberating feeling one gets when flying a kite. Kites have a lot to do with the life thrust, drag, and wind pressure. Probably not. It's okay. Simply grab a kite and some string to get started and then find an open field, start running and hope for the best. Oh, and pray for the wind. There is also commemorated as National Salute to Veteran Patients in US from February 8 to 14. Every year, the purpose of this day is to honor and pay tribute to the brave military veterans who received. The purpose of this day is to honor and pay tribute to the brave military veterans who receive medical care to Veterans Affairs, medical facilities. This day also seeks to create more awareness about the importance of these centers and encourage more people to visit and volunteer. It is also commemorated as Opera Day on February 8th every year. While many of us would recognize an opera if we had one, or we may not be well versed with the definitions and complexities of this musical genre. Briefly, an opera is a piece of performance that combines music with words or dialogue to create a dramatic enactment of a story. An opera is a combination of acting, scenery, posting. Day is also commemorated as President Day on February 8th in Slovenia. This day commemorates the death of Slovenia poet and the great scholar, classical author Franz Grafenstein, who had died. So it is a way this day commemorates and widely celebrated. On this day, all state national galleries and museums offer free entry along with many other cultural events being observed. This day is happily observed not only in Slovenia but also in Slovene communities in and around the world. So today is also commemorated as President Day in Slovenia on February 8th commemorates the death. Today is also commemorated as Scout Sunday on February 8th in US, celebrated on the Sunday before February 8th every year. And this year, the day will be marked on February 8th since 1910. School pupils have been imbibing good deeds, survival skills, and more unpinnings via the boys. of America. The Boy Scouts of America are descended from the British Boy Scouts, which were created in 1908 in reaction to the success of Robert Byrne Scouting, Powell for Boys, Indonesia National Scouting Organization, Gerakan Pramuka Indonesia has over 17 million members, making it world's largest scouting organization. This week is also commemorated as Heart Failure Awareness Week from February 8 to 14th in US, which comes in the second week of February every year. This year, it is observed from February 8 to 14. The week dedicated to spreading awareness about heart failure has been observed in the week of Valentine's Day for over 20 years. This is why different health organizations in the US use this week as an opportunity to sensitize the public about the risk factors of heart failure, prevention methods available, treatment options, and other best practices for living with heart failure. Today is also commemorated as World Marriage Day on February 8, which is celebrated every year on second Sunday in February, sometimes coinciding with St. Valentine's Day. This year it takes place on February 8th. World Marriage Day officially began in 1983 in the United States of America, popularized by the Catholic Church. The purpose of World Marriage Day is to emphasize the beauty of marriage and to honor husbands and wives for their faithfulness and sacrifice. The World Marriage Day highlights the promise of marital union and the beauty of being a lawfully wedded couple under the eyes of the bride. Was brought into the order of the Worldwide Marriage Encounter, an initiative that aims to improve the married life of struggling couples. World Marriage Day propagates the ethos of marriage and honors the sacrifices and faithfulness of husbands and wives. Catholic couples celebrate the day by attending the Sunday Mass and recommending themselves to the values of the institutions of marriage. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you everyone for joining us in today's celebrations and commemorations. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form, which has been shared in the form of polls before leaving the platform. See you all tomorrow at the same time with the same joining link. Take care. Good night.